police games. I'm like yelling, I don't care. I play police games. I play police games. I play police games. I don't care. Keep bothering me. I'm going to call the police because I play police games. Like 911, what's your emergency? Welcome back to Jems to my channel. We are back with another story time. And today's story time is going to be... Well, by the time y'all already didn't realize what a story time is. But I don't know what the story time is. And don't mind this bump. It just came out of nowhere. Like today, it came out of nowhere. I ain't ready to tell y'all that story yet. So I tell y'all the story about when my sorority sister tried to jump me. We'll talk about that one because I don't think I'm ready to tell the other one yet. So this story takes place 2018. I was in college. This was my sophomore year. So let me give you guys a little bit of backstory. So me and my sorority sister, we crossed our sorority spring 2017. So my second semester of my freshman year, her second semester of her freshman year as well, right? So we were in this process for 8 weeks together. I was the ace, she was the tail. It was nobody else in our line, right? So I'm supposed to be her friend. I'm supposed to always have her. She was always have me, right? So tell me why. Oh, sorry, caveat. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps my channel, helps the algorithm. And if you enjoy my videos, please tell a friend, tell a family member, tell another jewel, tell another gem, check me out. Because sometimes YouTube be on some hater shit and don't really give you guys my notifications. So if you're new to my channel, I have hella story times in a playlist you can check out. Just click my description. I know we have vlogs and story times there where you can just automatically click the link and start watching. So back to the story. Me and her crossed 2017, right? So the next year, this is right after me and my roommate, we'll call her that. My roommate fell out. So this is like the going into the second semester of sophomore year, right? So let me tell you what was going on between the time. So my first semester, me and my roommate fell out. We used to be like this. We were roommates freshman year, and then we moved in together again sophomore year. We ended up falling out because she snatched one of my friends, my really close friends, wig off. My friend, you watch that story time. She hid her keys, gave me the keys. I was part of the prank. She found out I was part of the prank. And ever since then, she had like me and F the other friend, and she gonna revenge it, you know? So me and my roommate weren't talking, but we still were roommates, right? We ended up fighting, like boop a boop boom boom. Coming back from Christmas break. Yeah, so me and my, what we gonna call her? I don't want to keep calling her sorority sister, but I mean, potato. Cause she's shaped like a potato, so I mean, and this one girl's like, stop body shaming, but I don't be body shaming. I just be telling y'all so y'all can know how the people look, right? So, potato, me and her was like close, like that's my girl, damn near my best friend. So over the Christmas break, I had right before Christmas break, I had got a job at Publix, and so the job was in Aventura, Florida. If y'all don't know what Aventura, Florida is, it's like 20 minutes away from Miami Gardens, but she stayed in Boca Raton, so it was an hour away from Boca Raton. But in order for me to keep the job, I had to stay there because they wasn't going to allow me to do a transfer because I was only 1 week into the job. So she asked her mom, can I stay with them over Christmas break so that I can make sure I can work? So I stayed with her over Christmas break, right? This is when everything hit the fan. This is when I fell out with this bitch. This is when the potato was mashed. So at the time, I was still going through a heartbreak, which she knew about, from the guy I told y'all about, the Storytime series, my college boyfriend, the one who had picked me up in the corner, talk about forgive me, the same one that cheated on me with my sorority sister, that guy, right? But at the time, I didn't know he had cheated on me with my sorority sister yet. I just knew he had broke up with me. I didn't know nothing. It was like 2, maybe 3 weeks of us breaking up, and maybe 1 week after we had that conversation in the lobby of my dorm room where he was begging me to take him back, and then we left and went on Christmas break. So all these things are taking factor. So I'm still heartbroken. My bitch, she ain't going through nothing. So it's Christmas break. She's trying to party. She's trying to live. She's trying to ball out. Like, my girl trying to do the big one. She's trying to see her friends back home, hang the fuck out every night. I'm having to wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and get ready for work because I have to be at Publix at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And I got to be out the door at least by 5 so I can get there at 6. So every night I'm going to sleep damn near like 8, 9 o'clock because, girl, I got to be up early in the morning. So she started getting, I guess, like real over me because when I wasn't going to work, I still didn't really want to go a lot of places with her because I was just really honestly still heartbroken. You never been through a heartbreak or a college heartbreak where you swear up and down you're gonna marry this man? I was with him I was with this man every single breath of the day. Like, we woke up together, we ate lunch together, we studied together, we hung out together. Baby, I did if he wasn't with his his fraternity, or he wasn't in class, he was with me. So it's like, I just went from being with this man 24/7 to no communication whatsoever. So I'm in this bitch, Keisha, Monica, Brandy, listen to all the heartbreaks, sad songs. Tink, baby, I'm blasting Tink in the headset. I'm sad. So it's like, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer at your place, but it's not like I'm in your face crying. It's just that, like, right now, girl, I literally just can't get up and be out and about and pretend like I'm happy. Like, I went to a couple places with her. Don't get me wrong. We went a few places. I hung out with her friends a couple times. For her birthday, we even did a whole hotel party, and I was a part of that bullshit with her. But for the most part, I was in the house, showered, reading on my phone, or sleep, or at work. I would spend 8 hours at work, an hour driving there, and an hour driving back, sometimes 2 hours, because by the time I got off of work, it was like 3, maybe 4 o'clock, and the traffic was terrible coming from Aventura to Boca Raton. So sometimes I'll be on the road for 2 hours. By the time I get home, I don't want to go hang out. The fuck? Bitch, I'm not trying to know. And then she wanted me to spend Christmas with her, but my mom had already made a point, like, listen, you're not even coming home for Christmas break. The least you could do is spend Christmas with me. So I told her, I said, listen, I know your family wants me to spend Christmas with them, but my mom has really made it an issue that I come home. So I'm going to drive back upstate Christmas Eve when I get off of work, because that night I was working a later shift. I was doing a closing shift, so I wasn't gonna get off of work until 11 o'clock at night, which not even 11, I think it's like 10, no, 11, because we didn't close till 11. So I didn't leave work until like 11:30, right? So I had been up all day working, so I'm like, girl, I love you, Merry Christmas, I'll see y'all like in 2 days. So okay, so I leave, go spend Christmas with my mama, and I drive back down because, of course, Publix is closed on Christmas, but they're open the next day. So I had to be back to work on the 26th. So I come back on the 26th. To me, the energy was off after that point. The energy was shifted. Like, every time I came home, she used to be excited. She's like, hey, I miss you. Talk about her head off about the stuff that she had did today, the stuff that she wanted to do, who she was about to hang out with, ask me about work. We would sit up on the bed, just chit-chatting and stuff. That day I had came, and I'm like, hey, and she had gave me a real dry hey. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe she's just not feeling good today. So later that week, let me fast forward. It was like almost New Year's, so like maybe a day or two. And her family's a big family-oriented like family. So the whole family would come over, hang out, her little cousins, nephews, nieces, all that. So her nieces used to stay the night in the little den area and stuff like that. So this night, a few of her younger nieces was hanging out with her, like 8, 9 years old, something young. So they was like blasting music and doing a lot. And I'm like, I had to go to work. So I'm like, hey, Potato, I'm going to just go ahead and go to sleep in the living room because I have to be to work tomorrow at 6. And I can't go to sleep with the music. So she like, okay, well, grab your covers and you can go to sleep in there. So then the next morning, I'm not even like up yet. And it's not even the next morning. Was it the next morning? No, that night, they come to the den while I'm asleep in there keying and laughing, mind you, right? So I'm like, why would they, like, I just told her. Well, like, how inconsiderate can you be? Mind you, in between this whole time, she had the type of black family you would think she was like in a successful white family, because she didn't have to worry about nothing. Her parents paid for everything. She just could chill. Like, unlike me, where I'm working over the Christmas break, she just chilling. Her parents giving her money, paying for her car. She good, right? So the only thing they asked her to do is chores, and she used to complain about that. So I felt like since they're not charging me to stay here, the least I could do is her chores for her. So I used to clean the bathroom, sweep and mop the kitchen, do the dishes. All the stuff they wanted her to do, I was doing, because I felt like that's the least I could do for taking up space in y'all house for this month. So, girl, I'm like, damn, bro, I'm over here doing your chores for you, and you won't even let me get sleep so I can make sure I can go to work tomorrow. Like, what the fuck? What kind of friend is this? I'm pissed. They heard it, niece in the like the den keying, like, why y'all came out here fucking with me? So, right, girl. The next day, the niece is still over there, because again, they used to come over there every day. They talking, and they're talking about me. She might like making subliminals, because I'm in a room, like I'm off work. It's the next day. And they're like, that you just sat there and slept in MP. You slept in the little girl. They had said another one of the nieces that used to come over. She pees on that couch like every time she stays over. That's why nobody sits on that couch. And you sat there and you slept on a pissy couch. And I'm like, what did I do? And they cracked up, y'all. They cracked up. You slept on a pee couch. Ha ha ha. Mind you, girl, you're 20, almost 21. You indulging with this little 8-year-old when I'm supposed to, yeah, that's your family, but why would you knowingly let me sleep on the couch that a little kid probably just peed on the night before, or that morning? You know what I'm saying? Why would you sit here and let me, like, and is that why y'all came in there laughing? Because y'all really wanted to see, like, is this girl really sleep on the couch that is like the piss couch? Like, what kind of bullshit is this? So I'm like, wow, really? Because it did smell like pee. I'm like, why the fuck is this? Like, maybe it's the cover. I just kept saying, like, damn, no matter which way I turn, it really honestly did smell like pee. And I knew it was not me, but I was just like so confused. They probably thought I pissed on myself at work or some shit. The whole time I had done laid in this stink nasty couch. So I'm mad about that, right? So I'm like, really, Potato, why would you? That's not funny. I'm your friend. Why would you do that? Why would you sit here and don't worry about it? Charge to the game. I was like, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. So New Year's night, her family, they all go out to see the fireworks. And they're like, oh, come with us, come with us. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So I think that was like, to her, the final straw. Like, I'm tired of this lame ass bitch who don't go nowhere. I felt like that's how she felt. Like, I'm not doing nothing with her. I'm not going nowhere. I don't ever want to party. I don't ever want to hang. And then on top of that, I don't drink. Like, I'm tired of this lame-o in my house. That's the energy she gave off. So mind you, so the next day I go to work. By this time, she not really talking to me. She really with her family, because all her family's still hanging out. It's like the next day after New Year's. So then it's like 2 more days go by and she gets drier and drier with me. Now I remember the only time me and her like had a moment again was I had fell in the shower and ripped the curtains down. I don't know, the tub was slippery, dirty probably. And I had fell and she came and, you know, helped me up, got me up. So like, she was dying laughing. But she had helped me up, got me up, and we had a little moment again. So I thought we was good, right? Girl, that little moment came and left. So it's like maybe the 4th, January 4th. Because we went at school like January 8th. They'll, like, school didn't start back to the 15th, but they would let us come back like January 8th or something like that. Some, you know, a couple days before, like, I don't know. If you've been in college, you know you come early and school don't start till like maybe another week before then. So, yeah. So I come from work the 4th, right? Again, I used to always come in and come straight to her and say, hey. I come in and say, hey. She's on her computer and she got her little notepad open and she's writing stuff down, and she look at me and she look back at her computer. She'll say nothing. Mind you, I've been going to work all day. It's like 8 o'clock at night now. And I'm like, what the heck? What is up with this girl? Like, and I had told myself, you know what? I'm over it. I'm over it. Because just like my last story time, I'm not finna stay nowhere. I'm not welcome. If you have a problem with me and I'm in your shit, say something. Don't sit here and give me this animosity, this fake energy, this like, what's she doing here again type energy. Say, let me know what the lip read is and I'll skedaddle, baby. So I had already made my plan. I started packing my bags up when because she had left. She used to always leave, like go out and go places, hang out with her friends, go eat, just, you know, just out. It's basically her summer break. It's Christmas. So when she did that, I put majority of my stuff in the trunk of my car because I had already decided when I got off of work that night on the 5th, I was not going back to her house. I didn't give a fuck. So what I did was I put most of my clothes and my stuff, because I had actually brought a lot of stuff to her house. Most of my clothes and my stuff in my Bath and Body Works, I took like one of my bins, and then I went to work and I said, I'm gonna come back, and if she's there, you know what, I'll let her know I'm leaving and grab like the 2 or 3 things. I left like one more bin of Bath and Body Works. And just like, I don't even think I left no clothes. I think I left like some shoes or something like that. So I came back and I was like, they had like a little Ring camera. So I pressed the Ring camera to let her dad know I was there. He unlocked the door for me and I got in there, she wasn't there. So I was like, oh, she must be out and about and stuff like that. So I had decided, well, you know what? It's not even worth me having no conversation with her. So I just took the rest of my stuff and I left and I went down the street. It was like a little park down the street. And I'm like, what the fuck I'm finna do? Because bitch, now I'm homeless. But I was gonna stand on my word. Like, I wasn't finna say nothing. I wasn't finna like, no. It's just, to me, I'm a dead the issue. So I was at the park for a couple hours trying to figure out, well, what can I do? Because I really didn't have no money. Honest to God, at that time, I was living honestly paycheck to paycheck because I was making maybe like $200 a week, and at the time I was on a bi-weekly pay schedule for my white car that y'all used to see me drive, and I was paying $200 in insurance, and I was paying my own phone bill, which was like $100. That's not a lot of money, but to a person who's only making $200 every 2 weeks, and this is before I started dancing. No, was it before? No, I started dancing the summer of 2018. So I was a stripper by then. I was 20 when I started dancing. So yeah, but the time I was living with her in Boca Raton, I wasn't dancing. So let's fast forward. I had like maybe $60 in my bank account. 60, bitch. So Airbnb had just kind of started up getting like known. So I went on Airbnb and I had found an Airbnb that was $25 a night. So I had bought Airbnb shared like apartment for me to have a bed for 2 nights. Yes, I did. In Miami Gardens, which will only put me 20 minutes away from Aventura. So I left. I drove back to Miami Gardens because at first I was gonna ask my friend, the one that the wig got snatched out. I was gonna ask her, and I was on the phone with her, and she was talking to me, and she was just telling me how she finna have to end up moving back in with her mama, because she had her own place at one point in time, and she was just telling me she finna have to end up moving back in with her mama. So I was like, damn, I can't ask her, can I move in? And then I was gonna tell her, but she had got real giddy close with Potato. So I was like, I don't even feel like telling her right now, because what if she call her? I just, fuck it, you know? I didn't say nothing. I just thugged the shit out. Drove back, got into the Airbnb. I stayed there. On the second night, I didn't have no more money to afford another night. So I had text my best friend at the time and asked her, I was like, is your girlfriend, she was an RA, so I was like, is your girlfriend back on campus yet? Because at this point, it was like January 6th. And we was able to actually like go back in 2 days. So I'm like thinking, if she's already this semester, she probably already back. So I'm like, is your girlfriend already back on campus? She was like, yeah, she back on campus. Why, what's up? I'm like, give me her number. I need to ask her, can I like sneak in? Because she sneaked me on campus so I could stay there till school start back in 2 days. And she was like, what's going on? And I told her, I'm like, yeah, bitch, she gave me mad funny, mad fake vibes. Like, she didn't want me there no more. So I just left, and I've been staying at an Airbnb, but I literally have no more money, and I don't get paid again until Thursday. And so I'm not trying to sleep in my car for 2 more days. So she was like, okay, and she gave me her number, and I called her, and a real bitch let a real bitch sneak on campus and stay in her room, because they had took our keys over the Christmas break, so I couldn't even go back to my room. So she let me crash in her room, and being that she had her own room to herself, so she had a spare bed and she had her own bed, so it worked out. And no, I didn't do no shicey shit, because I don't move that funny on my friends. I didn't do nothing crazy with her girlfriend. She literally just let me crash there. So mind you, in between all these days, it's been like 4 days since the last time I actually seen or spoke to this girl. And she ain't tried to call me. She ain't text me. She ain't looked at none of my, like, nothing. She ain't wrote me on social media. And then on top of that, because I wanted to see if she was going to try to reach out to me, I purposely was not posting on social media. Because a real friend, damn, you supposed to be seeing me, but one, I see all your stuff is gone. If she even paid attention that well, I see all your stuff is gone. I haven't heard back from you since you left for work that one day. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So let me be a real friend and check on you or call you. See why you left. See what happened. Did I do something? You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have did. That's what I would have did. So she never called. She never texted. So when we got back to school, maybe I was done with her. She was blocked. She was just dead ass blocked to me, because even if I could have took what you said or how you like did me wrong, you didn't even check on me as a friend. I dead ass went through hoops to make sure I had somewhere to stay for the last 4 or 5 nights, and you didn't even give a fuck. You didn't even care. I could have been literally kidnapped. So when we got back to school, I just wasn't talking to her. So everybody thought we were still close, because we still had to go to the chapter meetings and all the bullshit and the events and stuff, and I wasn't talking to her funky ass. And I ain't give a fuck to ever talk to her again, because to me, she's never been a real fucking friend. She's been materialistic and fake, because she wants the good times. She wants a friend who's always happy, ready to party, ready to go the fuck out. Bitch, you need to get your feelings and get in your bag. You need to go, not even get in your bag, because the bitch wasn't even making no money. Her parents was fucking gaslighting her and giving her everything she wanted on a silver platter. So she ain't even have no hustle to her. So you ain't even understand, a real bitch had to get out the mud and work all motherfucking Christmas break to make sure I had a car. Whole time your parents paying for your car and the insurance. I ain't got that luxury, but you mad at me because I gotta struggle. Who the fuck feel like that? You mad at me because the nigga broke my heart. Whole time not even knowing the real truth. Get into it. You feel me? But I'm the one that's in the wrong. I let the shit fly, because at the end of the day, my real friends, they fucking knew. Because if y'all been rocking with me and y'all watch my lives, I told y'all several times on my lives, especially back in 2019, where I had just got out of my depression, how when me and that guy broke up, the way, like, I literally went into a real life depression. When I told y'all the story time about me and him and finding out that he slept with my sorority sister, this, that, and the third, all that good stuff, like the whole bullshit the man took me through, from the relationship, to cheating on me, to breaking up with me, having his fraternity brother break up with me, finding out that he did this, that, and the third, and then try to be my friend, using me for sex. Then this man took me through the motherfucking ringer for no reason, right? All of that happened to me, I became severely depressed to the point I wanted to unalive. Like, and I told y'all that story before. So when I say I didn't want to go out, I didn't want to drink, I didn't want to eat, I didn't want to go to class, bitch, I ain't even want to be here. So as a real friend, how my real friends was, every day they checked on me, every day they called me, every day they text me, whether I responded or not, every day them bitches was there, because they understood, bitch, this shit is real and we want you here. We want you to get your energy back up, you know, get back in your space again. Don't let him take you from your spot. And if I didn't have my bitches keep pushing me, trying to get me back to my spot, Miss Mama wouldn't even be here right now. I wouldn't even be here right now. So not too much of my bitches when I tell they story times, while we ain't friends no more. But yeah, so to me, she was never no real friend. Like, we became friends because we wanted to be in the same organization. That's it. That's all. So, girl, my friend, right, the one that got the wig snatched, why we get back to school, now she not talking to me. Not the one that made me fall out with my roommate. Girl. Okay, child, I'm walking out my dorm to go to class. I see her car parked down at my potato at her dorm building. But normally when she used to come on campus, because mind you, stay off campus, she used to call me, say, I'm coming on campus, I'm finna go to class, I'm finna go eat, where you at? I'm finna come. This girl ain't called me, ain't said nothing. Like, oh, so we on the big bitch side. We on mashed potato side. That's who we kicking it with. Gotcha. You're cut off too. Cause bitch, you ain't called me, text me, asking me my side of the story or nothing. You just gonna start being fake. Gotcha. Got you. You done. Bitch, you're dead. Ask anybody. All you got is one motherfucking chance for me to be fake. You're dead. And I never talked to that bitch again. Never. She was blocked. Honey, got her family asking what's the tea. You're blocked. She calling my mama talking about, I don't understand what I did to her. Baby, you know exactly what you did to me. You were fake. The fuck? It wasn't like you came on campus 1-2 times and you linked with her and you never told me you was on campus. Baby, I repeatedly kept seeing your car over there every day. And you never would call me and tell me you were on campus. You never even said, hey, Shaye, just want to give you a heads up. I'm hanging out with such and such. Because by the time we went back to school, you probably knew me and her were no longer friends. Because she knew we was no longer friends. Because she was blocked. I blocked that bitch on everything. Snapchat, Instagram. Baby, if she would have had a Tumblr, baby, I would have blocked her on Tumblr. I had blocked her completely out of my life. So it's no way she didn't know what it was and what it wasn't by the time we got back to school. So for you to be kicking with her and hanging out with her every day, I'm pretty sure she told you we're no longer friends. But let's get into it, right? I'm out of all my good business. I'm finally getting my groove back. I had lost hella weight from the depression. I mean, like, hella weight from the depression. I'm gonna show y'all some pictures. Hold on. Y'all, I didn't even know I had got this skinny. So, yeah, like, you knew by that time that me and that girl was no longer friends. You knew it. You couldn't even, I'm so mad I can't go over there and give me no wig. You couldn't even deny it, right? So for you not to call me asking me my side of the story, or am I okay, or what's going on, and why we fell out, you just kept hanging out with her and never said nothing to me. You sealed the deal on us not being friends. So let me tell you, right? We had 2 classes together. We had a Spanish second semester class together. And we also had an internship class late at night together, right? Me and Potato. So tell me why she had started hanging out with this one girl. She don't need no name. She started hanging out with this one girl, and I'm like, look at her. She got to get her a new friend. So long story short, I ain't really care. I ain't really say nothing about it. It's not my business. It's like, go get you more friends. That's perfectly fine. One day, I had asked the Spanish teacher, I'm like, hey, can you help me with this assignment? I really don't understand what you're asking us to do. And she was like, come back during my office hours. And she was like, my office hours are from 3 to 4. So I'll use that time to work with you on the project, right? So I'm like, perfect, right? I'm coming upstairs, mind you, I'm cute, bitch. I remember to this day what I had on. I had on this little velvet top that was like, it was like, it clipped the bottom, right? So it was like a little one piece, and then it was like a heavy V cut down to like right here, right? So it just like a scrap covering my boobs. I had no bra on with this cute little skirt, cute little pink skirt, right? I thought I was a cute little bitch, but I guess the hoes was mad. So she was leaving out of the Spanish teacher's office, and I was coming up the stairs. So why this bitch bumped me? Not like, oh, the staircase so small we bump. No, like, boop, like on purpose while she with the girl. So I'm like, oh, not you trying to be Billy Badass. Mind you, this like a week after I fought roommate. So I'm like, oh, you trying to be Billy Badass. She had been hanging out with my roommate too. You know, when they can't beat you, they just join up together. So not you trying to fight me after you found out I fought old girl. Okay. I'm like, oh, bitch, I ain't finna play this game with you. She hyping a friend up, trying to get her to get into it with me. Like, trying to be like, bitch, we'll beat your ass. We'll beat you up. Bitch, run up. Yeah. Like, just all these little explicitives. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, not you knucking a bucket when you don't even fight for real. Mind you, I've been hanging out with your family for a whole month, so I know the real tea, baby. You're not that girl. You look like a football player. You're shaped like you got shoulder pads built in, but bitch, you're really not that girl for real. So stop playing me. I'ma do you how I did, oh girl. Stop playing with me. Like, I'm like, I ain't even finna go there with you, because the school had already told me you get in one more fight, we gonna spare you this time, because you ain't never did nothing. You ain't never been in no type of trouble. You're, you know, at the time I had a 3.8 GPA. Stop playing with me. I'm on scholarship, so they holding my scholarship over my head. They like, if you get in one more anything, you got to skedaddle. So I'm like, oh, bitch, you trying to take my scholarship away from me. Pussy asshole, you think you slick? You think you slick? No, I said I play police games. You're not finna, because she was trying to like really run up on me and give me a 2-piece of the biscuit. And I'm like, nah, first of all, I'm looking cute. I don't have no bra on. And no, you're not finna get me lacking and slacking. And then there's 2 of y'all. See, that was the thing. They always tried to catch me when I wasn't with my best friend, because my best friend was about that motherfucking life. If she was there, baby, just go ahead and call the ambulance, because it would have been over for them. Over. I'm scrolling through all these pictures, girl. It would have been over for her. But I'm like, I'm not gonna fight you. Girl, this girl threw her orange juice at me, bro. You know how bad it's, like, how much it took me not to go in on this? Like, boop, not to go in on her. Girl, y'all don't understand how mad I was. I was so mad. But I knew if I would have fought her, even if she would have been in the wrong, they had already told me, you're getting off the campus, because now you're a menace. So I had to hold my composure. And as soon as she threw the juice at me, the Spanish teacher had opened her office door and she seen it. So she started walking down the stairs with the girl, and she just saying all type of stuff, like probably stuff that my roommate had told her, because she didn't know these things. She didn't even know the details of our fight. So she's saying little catty stuff that I know for a fact she found out from my roommate. I'm like, I don't care. I play police games. I'm like yelling, I don't care. I play police games. I play police games. I play police games. I don't care. Keep bothering me. I'm going to call the police because I play police games. Like, 911 was your emergency. What you talk about? Like, girl, I was ready to 911 was your emergency, because I'm not finna play with you. I will get you for assault, baby. I will let you beat me up so I can get you for assault and take your whole motherfucking career, baby. I don't call it what you want, but I'm gonna call it real. I don't care. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't care. I'm finally in 2019, y'all. I have so many pictures in my phone. It's like really ridiculous. Y'all, look how tiny I had got. What did that say? 2019. Look how tiny I had got. I was a cute little... This is when I used to do my own hair. Let me show y'all how tiny I had got. This is one of the best pictures where I can show y'all. I was so small. I was a wee little lad. I was so little. My thighs weren't even thigh-in. And I'm short. If you ever see me in real life, I'm very, very, very short. Like, I had got so freaking skinny. Like, look at this picture. You wouldn't even think this was me. Oh, that's me at the thing. This is the pageant I was telling y'all about. Let me see. This is another picture. Girl. I used to... He got a couple story times too, but we ain't gonna talk about it. Y'all, I was so small. Giving a girl's mob. This is my best friend from college. We used to do everything together, girl. Let me see if I can find that picture from that day. Look how small I was. Bitch, a real bitch miss being tiny like this. Giving straight collarbone. You can see every muscle in my neck. Let me see. Oh, here you go. Here go today. February 9th, 2018, girl. Look. And if you think I'm lying, this was the day. This was the day. Because I had just took these pictures with, look at the timestamp, 1:47. I had just took these pictures. Me and my best friend had just took pictures, right? Mind you, let me give you another part of the story. Let me give you another part of the story, right? So when I was taking these pictures, can you see them in the back of these? No, you can't. So I used to make a little joke, and I used to call them snakes. That was my nickname for them. I used to like, so they used to, it's so weird. We would get out of class, and me and best friend would link up to take pictures, go eat, stuff like that, walk around campus, whatever the hell. So, girl, why we would be like walking around campus, and all of a sudden we see them huddled up. Best friend, not best friend, Lord, roommate, my ex-boyfriend, and Potato, my sorority sister, huddled up in a circle talking. So that day I was taking them pictures, me and Potato had just got out of that Spanish class, right? And so we had walked over, me and best friend had walked over there so we could take pictures, because they had the best little lighting, right? Girl, that's why I'm like, baby, they in the background of the pictures. I remember that day. Me and her was jumping around in a circle, and we was like, snackety snake, 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 snackety snake, 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 snake. Cause all of them is a bunch of snakes. Y'all turn on me, and like now y'all trying to gang up on me. Y'all are some snakes. Y'all are weak ass snakes for real. So that's what we used to call them, the snakes, right? So literally, that's a 147 timestamp, right? I told you, the lady told me come back at 3 o'clock because her time frame is then. She sat up there talking with them for like the whole time I was taking pictures in front of them. Because you don't put no fear in my heart, baby. And then when we go up, now all of a sudden, me and best friend, we probably went and ate at the cafe. And you tell me, oh, the same day I coincidentally need to go see the teacher, because the class was like not really that big. It probably was like the size of two rooms put together, bedrooms put together, right? You telling me you didn't overhear me asking her to see her during her office hours, and you didn't hear her telling me the office hours, and coincidentally at 2 something you leaving out her office when I'm coming in at 3? It felt staged. So long story short, I called a security guard on her. The security, because I was still wet. My clothes were still wet. So the teacher, we went down to the front, to the security. I wrote up a statement against her. And yeah, because I want a paper trail. Because I had, girl, no. Y'all not finna, no. You're not finna flip the story on me. So, girl, I had called my mama to tell her about it. And the crazy thing is that day was the same day my mom was already coming down. So let me tell y'all a caveat. So when I was 20, I found out I had cancer cells in my cervix or uterus, whichever the two. So I actually had surgery scheduled for later that week. So mind you, they got all this drama and beef going on with me. The whole time behind the scenes, I was going through some real shit. So like before that, like I was in and out my OB like every 2 weeks because they kept like, I had to keep doing these tests and then a prep and then, so yeah. So when they found out, the man was like, we need to get this done as soon as possible. So I had told my mom, and they had already planned to come down to see me and be there with me for my surgery. So, and I was down and out. My real bitches know, my friends know I was down and out for like 2 months. 2 months behind that surgery. So, whole time y'all trying to fight me, bitch, I'm out. The Lord about to take me anyways. You ain't gotta hate for long. But, so, my mom was like, oh, what happened? I'm sick of, you know mamas, I'm sick of these bitches trying to try my daughter, Cause mind you, I used to be friends with anybody. Not like, oh, John could be my friend, James could be my, like, no, like, I'm not that type of girl where, oh, you need to look like this, you need to walk like this, you need to have this. No, like, I like people with personality because I'm a goofy person. I like people I can joke around and hang around with. I don't care if it's shaped like a back of a refrigerator. Like, that's just never not me. But the people who, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, the people who turned on me, tried me, voted on me, fucked my nigga, hated on me, band up against me, tried to fight me, was the girls who were, like, honest to God, not that cute in the face and not giving much body. And really didn't have no personality. They were the golden girls. And I call them golden girls because they were the girls who their parents was giving them everything. Like my roommate parents giving her everything. She didn't have to work. She worked because she wanted to work. Just because, child. And then the other girl, sorority sister, parents giving her everything. But she's not that cute in the face department. I didn't give a fuck because that was my bitch. Like, you my sorority sister. We came in together, you know what I'm saying? But the girls who did me dirty, face card stayed declining. Baby, like, get you an Air Max, because your card keep declining. And my mama was like, you need to stop being friends with these ugly ass females, cause they be having all this undercover pressure with you, starting shit with you, trying to fight you, trying to get you kicked out of school, cause that's not the end, baby. that's not the last female that tried to get me kicked out that school. Because let me tell you, they ganged up with some more girls who was supposed to be my friend, who also was shaped like a back of a refrigerator, who got mad at me because me and my best friend was living our good old life. So literally, people like, you probably was the problem. When I tell you the only time I was the problem is when I helped my so-called fake ass friend hide the keys to my roommate's car in my room. That's the only time I was the problem. Other than that, people just, because she already didn't like me and they felt like they was stronger with 2, 3, they had created a whole little army of, oh, they finna hate Shaye. They finna hate on Shaye. So, boom, let me get back to the story. I don't know why I did that. So, girl, I'm in the office. They call her down there. She finally come dressed like she was ready to fight again. And like she had changed her clothes and put on like some shorts and a shirt. Like she looked like she was gonna fight. She had tennis shoes on and everything. So I'm like, oh yeah. So now she coming down here to fight. So then they separated us because she was doing a lot of this. And at that time, my auntie and my stepdaddy was there. So I ain't even had to say nothing because they was in the paint with it. Like, little ass girl, calm that shit down before I pop you in your mouth behind my daughter type stuff. My mama be ready to go when they come to me. My mama be like, what was said? Y'all, call your mama. What was said? And my mama be ready to kill behind me. So I didn't even have to say nothing. I just sat there in the corner and I let her she tried to get nut and butt my mama, and baby almost got blowed the fuck down. So they had to separate her and put her in a whole other room. And I had wrote up a statement. They asked me to see my clothes and my shoes, and I showed them. And yeah, that basically was it as far as the report. She could not have any communications with me at all. We still had classes together, but she was forbidden to talk to me. And they did tell me if she was to initiate anything else with you, to immediately tell them, baby, it was radio silence. She couldn't partner with me in any assignments. Like, we was in the club together after school, that was dead. Like, so one time my internship teacher had like a group assignment with like 5 people, and she had put me in a group with her, and I had to come to her at the class, and I had to tell her like, oh, we have a little thing going on. We cannot have any communication whatsoever, so I cannot be in her group. And then she had moved my group, whatever. So that was that. But girl, tell me why maybe like 2, maybe 3 weeks after that, I had seen the girl she had befriended, because she stopped after she had threw the juice on me and stuff like that. That girl stopped hanging out with her. Like, I did not ever see that girl hanging out with her. So one day I was in the gym and I was getting me something to eat, and the girl had walked up to me. She was like, hey, because we also had internship class with her as well. So I think that's where they originally met each other. And she was like, hey, I know you don't know me, but my name is such and such. And I just wanted to apologize. I know that I didn't do anything to you, but I really do want to apologize for Potato's behavior, because I didn't know she was going to do that. I feel so bad. I really do. And she was like, you seem like a very sweet girl, and I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's okay, it's fine. Like, you are an innocent bystander in this. Like, you didn't know, you probably haven't known her that long, and you don't know the situation. She was like, no, I met her when we had started that class together and stuff like that, and blase soiree, but yeah, we really don't hang out that much outside of school, so I don't really know her that well. I thought, oh, okay. So she started talking to me a little bit more in the internship class, and then we used to just hang out. Because me and her actually had 2 classes together. We had African diaspora. We had that class together. So we started hanging out, right? And I know, it's giving flippy floppy bitch, but let me give you the seat, right? So maybe like a month down the line after she hung out with me, she said, can I tell you something? I was like, what's up, girl? Because at this point, she really became one of my HB coons. The bitch was really a real bitch at the end of the day. And she told me how she felt like the girl had tricked her into becoming her friend, because she really wasn't who she said she was. And I could have told her that. But she was like, you know, that Potato used to say a whole bunch of stuff about you. Because I asked her that day, why did she do that? And she said that you was supposed to be staying with them over Christmas break. And over Christmas break, that you had tried to fight her mom, and you was very disrespectful to her family, and they had to kick you out. and kept talking about how Potato was saying that I kept saying how I was so poor, but over Christmas break I had got a BBL. She was like, what? And she was just telling me like all the stuff she was spreading and telling everybody about me. Like telling the whole school about me, like whoever would listen, she would tell, basically, is what the girl said. And she was like, she was saying a whole bunch of stuff about you that I was like, what? It just felt too crazy. But at the time I didn't know you, so I didn't really have your side of the story. And she was like, I've been hanging out with you like what has it been, like a month now? And I don't get that energy from you. And I was like, because I'm not disrespectful. I've never been disrespectful to her parents. I've never raised my hand at either one of her parents. I said, I left and never told her I left. We stopped, and I literally gave her a rundown. I told her why I stopped being her friend and why I felt like she was a fake ass bitch from the jump, and how she left me high and dry when I was going through depression. Like, and that's the only reason why we stopped being friends. It had nothing to do with me disrespecting her family or her mom. She, if anybody, was the disrespectful one. She disrespected her parents more than me. Like, the most I ever did was go to sleep at 8 o'clock. Like, that's it. I used to buy my own food. I didn't even eat at their house. So, I didn't get it. So, I'm like, she around here probably done told my ex-boyfriend the same lie. She probably done told my other friend. She probably told my roommate this. And that's why they all sitting here like, I'm the bad guy. And you know what's so crazy when I think about it? That night, me and my ex had that long conversation when he finally like admitted to sleeping with my sorority sister, and that's why we broke up. And he told me, he was like, you know, she had told me the reason y'all fell out, and he said the same bullshit the girl said that Potato said I did. I tried to fight her mama. I'm like, what? What? Me? 5'3". Your mom is like 6 foot. Bitch, you're 6'2". Why would I fight your mama? Like, it never made no sense. And then it's like, fight your mom when y'all have hella family members over there every day and your dad is there. Like, when did I have the energy, the reason, the unmitigated gall to try to fight your mom? You want to do everything to make yourself look like the good guy in the situation. But you the snake. You the phony fake bitch. You. The fuck. And that's why I be like, ugh, girl, I guess, child. But if you like it, Miss Mama, I most definitely love it for you. But yeah, I never spoke to her again. I seen her, me and her graduated. She actually graduated early with me. She got to do her big one. She actually crossed another sorority, a D9 sorority. So I feel like that was the only why she had stayed old girlfriend, the one that I told you about, the wig, because she had already crossed that sorority. So she was trying to be a part of that, and I feel like she used her so she could become one of those girls. So yeah, that's all this. And I didn't really want to talk much about it because I knew I was going back later to actually walk the stage. So I try to let stuff cool off before I tell the story. But I guess in the next 2 months, I'll try to give y'all the story time about when I boom my roommate. If y'all want to hear that, please comment down in the comment section that we want to hear the story about the roommate. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment. If you don't do nothing else, like the video, comment. Help me run my numbers up. Share the video on your platforms. Record me watching it. Give me your reactions. I am a very friendly, open person. I like to see y'all interact because it gets me hyped. It gets me excited. It gets me wanting to post and tell y'all more of my business when people was traumatizing me. Ooh, yes. But no, I'm okay. I am cancer free. To anybody who's like, damn, she's just gonna skip over that. Like, yeah, I had the surgery. Like I said, I was in and out the OB. I had a lot of checkups. If y'all want that story time, I'll tell y'all that. It's a very personal story time. I was down bad emotionally throughout that time frame. But I'm bad. I'm back. I'm better. That happened 2018. I'm good now. You know what I'm saying? It's 2020. I'm 4 years free. 4 years out the door, no worries. I get checked regularly. I see my OB. I do my mammograms still. I get my pap smears biannually. Just I'm good. And to all my girls out there, if you're not getting checked up, please, if you're sexually active, please at least get checked for the regular stuff. But when you get of age and can start doing pap smears, make sure you get your first one as soon as possible. But that's really all for today. The lesson is, don't be friends with bitches who face card with decline and yours win. You feel me? Because it be some underlying beef and animosity that you don't realize because you don't ever look at it that way. They be family to you, but you be enemies to them. And that's all I'm going to say. So until next time, Jewels and Gems, peace.